Morning, everybody. Welcome to a new road. This is a new road I've not been up before, but it seems like a good one. It's very quiet up here today on Labor Day. So this is Brad, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. And your lightly modified Volkswagen Golf R, the new one, 5-door. So tell me a bit about it.
Well, it's got an APR Stage 1 tune, 034 Motorsports, quite a few things on intake, rear sway bar, end links, rear subframe inserts, a couple other cool little dog bone insert inside too, so lightly modified.
Okay,
and
so the basic consumer mods, focusing on handling and kind of optimizing what's there.
Yep, lighter wheels, super sport tires, and Stop Tech rotors with EBC yellows.
Oh, cool. All right.
In the front.
Well, let's have a little. What mode are we in?
Let's see. We're in my individual.
Okay.
We can go
mode.
We're in race. Okay.
Okay.
Race is a good mode.
Race will do. We're racing. So let's see what we got. This is a dual clutch car. Golf R to me is you really get the mini GTR feel with the dual clutch cars. With the stick car, you don't get so much of that mini GTR-ness. Remember I said the road was quiet? You've also got this neat steering wheel wrap on here, which you said was from China?
Yep, Zuji.
Zuji? Well, it feels really good, actually. I wonder how it holds up after a year or two.
Yeah, it's starting to show a little wear. I put it on in February.
That's China for you. Oh, good throttle response. Oh, this is nice. Good brake feel too.
They're Stop Tech slotted, so they're a little bit different, but.
Well, I have reviewed the stock car, and I assume what everyone wants is the Focus RS comparison, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so wow, this is good. So what I get immediately from a stock Golf R a Focus RS feels when it rides down the road like a Golf R that's got full track suspension. It's stiffer, it turns in a little harder, the steering's a little quicker, it doesn't end. Well, I guess we've scouted the end of this road. Okay, we'll go back. It turns in a little harder, but it also rides a little quicker. This car is, for lack of a better word, squishier. The seats are a little squishier. Everything is a little squishier than the Focus, and some people will infer that as the Golf just has a better interior. And in some ways that's true. In other ways I disagree with them a little bit. But this one, I think, realistically, out of the box, makes a little bit easier to live with street car.
Yeah. Especially with the DCC.
Especially, yeah, that too. I mean, I have adaptive suspension in the Focus RS,
yeah,
but normal mode is really stiff, and stiff mode is worthless.
That's what I've heard.
I've never found any scenario on road or track in which stiff mode makes the car better. Wow, this is very good, though.
But you got those amazing Recaros and the Brembo brakes,
the
too.
Recaro seats, yeah. So the Focus wins on power out of the box.
Yeah.
It wins on those seats, and it wins on just the way, like right here, I would probably have to use a third less steering input to get through that corner. It's just got a bit sharper turn in, but that gives it, when you're going slowly, a little bit more of this kind of manic feel than this has. You could drive this a little more relaxed than you could that car. This car you could kind of check out for a little bit, and it'll be okay.
Here, let me turn off. You want to turn off traction? And
yeah, turn off traction control.
All right.
Okay. There we go. Ding.
Yeah. And you know the Golf R, you can actually turn it off.
Yeah. This has good power with the tune. It really fixes the. It's not lazy, but you know how, if you've been around Golfs, you know what a tune does to this 2-liter motor. It's a big difference. I've also noticed when you put a tune on something like this versus the stock Focus RS, in the Focus RS, with that overboost thing that comes from the factory, there's a huge difference between almost full throttle and full throttle.
It's not like a tune from the factory.
Yeah, it doesn't give you full boost until the pedal hits the floorboard. Whereas,
it's like that drop-down switch.
yes, and it's the overboost. But what you get with this is, I feel like I can access a little more of the pedal a little earlier, a little more of the power a little earlier. In fairness, I feel like those Stage 1 tunes for the RS do the same thing. They let you access overboost all the time. And but what you've done here is kind of, we're stuck, is kind of, you've gone like halfway there, where it seems like your ride quality is still good, and I still am getting the squishiness that you might want out of that car. Is this guy gonna pull off or nope? Okay. We flips around. We use a short section today. You still get the kind of squishiness that makes it nice for a daily.
Yeah.
But
and it's still stock on the suspension side. So.
Yeah. Well, it rides well. And they're not gonna like this, but I prefer the DSG to the manual in the Golf R.
I do too. The funny thing is, when I got it, I always was like, because it was only available in DSG.
Yeah.
When I got it, I was like, well, I probably would have gotten manual if it had been available, but I like the DSG too.
The DSG works really well with the character of this car.
Yeah.
It really does emphasize the mini GTR kind of feel. Oh man, that's a Park Ranger. Oh, remember when I said we had a quiet road like 5 minutes ago? And it's turned out to just not be the case. Okay, well, what we're gonna do is let him leave, and we'll be right back. Okay, I've been advised by Brad to try a launch. So it's just left foot brake, right foot gas.
All the way down.
Yeah. Okay.
And it'll build up to 4,000.
Clear behind us.
Yep.
And left foot brake. And here we go. Oh, strong launch. That gets out of the hole pretty good. Yeah, no fuss put up from that at all. The question is, can it do 2 in a row?
Yes.
It can?
Yeah, as long as you don't just leave it there at 4K.
Every time I've tried to do 2 in a row, the Volkswagens have gotten very upset with me.
I've done like a bunch in a row. When I did track day, I did like 24 runs.
Yeah.
And it was happy. As long as you don't leave it sitting there at 4K, it's good.
This thing drives really good. I'll never ever fault someone who decides to buy one of these things compared to an RS or whatever, and everyone just wants to know what's better, and it's like, dude, there's so much good stuff out there that you can't just boil everything to black and white, better or worse.
Yeah.
You know,
Different.
If you're realistic about your life and your uses of the car, this might be better, or the Focus might be better. It's just like, what makes you happy? But the good news is the mods to the car haven't really changed the character of it. They just let you kind of tap into a little more of the car's potential, because it's got the chassis, but if you're going to do track days, you got your pads and rotors, you got your little boost from the tune. It's good. Oh, that Park Ranger just really did a nice cut through the dirt there. Well, this is what I would want out of a Golf R. It's nice. I love your thick steering wheel rim.
It does. That's a nice thickness it adds to it.
It's really good. It reminds me of like an AMG car, kind of.
Yeah, I always, I don't know, a little bit, less too much to it, but it's like, it reminds me of like thinking like I'm driving a Porsche 918 or something.
I know exactly what you mean. Dude, you know, we talk about steering wheels a lot because they're so overlooked. Like an ugly steering wheel that isn't nice to hold can ruin a car, and a car that might be average or not that great with an awesome steering wheel could become a really nice thing to interact with. It's like why I use an Apple computer instead of an HP. It's not that an Apple's that much better, but if I'm gonna have my hands on something for 8 hours a day, I want it to feel nice. Sure. I like this car, Brad. This is a good car.
I love it too.
Yeah, this is a very good car. 27,000 miles on it. It's been good to you so far?
Yep, no problem.
No issues?
So I oil change every 5K, and
and that's it.
It's a daily. So
It's a good car, and the seats are comfortable, and it's practical. My personal attitude leans towards Focus RS because I want a little more rah, out of it, but you want to keep it stealth, keep it subtle. This is a very, very good option, and it seems like these these modifications have worked well. If you want to see Brad's specific modification list, check out his WheelWell. And if you want to submit your car to us to do a one take, send me the link to your WheelWell to my WheelWell. And if you want to learn about the cars in my garage, which it seems every single one of you want to do, just check out my garage on WheelWell. It's all up there. Thanks, Brad. I appreciate it. Where are you heading back to? Sacramento?
Sacramento, yeah.
Long drive ahead of you.
Make a quick shout out?
Yeah, shout out
to 034 Motorsports for the hookup and all the great parts, and NorCal VW Drivers Club too.
034 has been good to work with. Laszlo and those gentlemen.
I was just with them yesterday.
They are excellent. If you've got an Audi Volkswagen product in Northern California, check out 034 for sure. And of course, thank you all for watching. See you later.